Lindor. Yeah. Got it! We are the champs, baby! Yeah! What's going on, everybody? You got the crazy dog back for another video. So, the Indians won the AL Central last night. I know a lot of people have been asking me, hey, yo, crazy dog, you gonna do an Indians video? And I said, if they win the Central or whatever, I'm doing a video. And they won the Central. Pretty convincingly, I might add. They won it by probably 7 games now because they're getting absolutely destroyed by the Tigers, which I expected this to happen because this is what I would call, or what everyone calls, the hangover game. The team just won the division. They're resting their major starters probably one day. They'll probably be back tomorrow, I hope, I think. Well, I mean, they better. We don't got home field locked down yet. So they, unless they don't want it, which, I mean, if you're the Indians, with how good we've been at home, it would be a pretty big priority to play those guys, such as Napoli, Santana, who actually played today, Lindor, and Kipnis. I would highly suggest playing those guys, which I expect them to play tomorrow and the rest of the season. I mean, they were just having too much fun last night, But this is going to be a very, very interesting postseason for the Indians. 2013, we made the playoffs, but as a wild card team. And as you know, we got shut out by they were called the Rays. The Tampa Bay Rays, 5-0. I think it was at home. This time, well, we have the divisional series, so it's not just one game; it's a whole series. Let's hope we can maybe. Watch, we'll play Texas. A lot of people, if you remember, trade deadline, we had Lucroy signed, ready to trade for. We had the whole Lucroy deal set, but all he had to do was approve of it, and he didn't. Look like a total douchebag. Instead, Lucroy went to Texas, and pretty much Indians Twitter went at him, freaking hit his mentions up and everything, adding him, mentioning him, saying about, the part, there's a party at Napoli's and Lucroy is not invited. I mean, the Rangers are good, but I honestly think the Indians could beat them if they play their best. And if you honestly told me back in April that the Indians would be this good, that they would have pretty much dominated the Tigers the whole year, when last year we could barely get a win against them, and this year we freaking get like 14 wins so far. We still got 2 more games tomorrow and the next day. 2 more games against the Tigers, and then that's it. Then we got Kansas City, and then that's it. So then it's postseason. But it's good to know that they clinched it a little later than I wanted. I wanted them to clinch it at home. That would have been nice to see. But hey, we clinched it no matter what, But now it's time to get home field. The Indians are pretty dang good at home. And if we get home field advantage, that would really help us out. Not to mention, if we make the World Series and we have home field advantage, we'd be playing on the same day that the Cavs open up and get their rings. So that'd be kind of a special moment right there, because when the Cavs played, I think it was Game 7, I think the Indians played that same day, I think, or the day before, I don't know. But, the Indians and the Cavs brought that winning mentality to Cleveland. The Browns, they're still a few years away. I hope. Oh, God. But, it's good to know that at least we got two winning teams here in Cleveland. Two pro winning teams. Because the Monsters, they're the minor league team of the Blue Jackets. Stipe Miocic is a UFC fighter. People are starting to call Cleveland Title Town. Technically, it is Title Town, I guess, because we got a lot of championships all in one place at the same time. But, yeah, it's going to be fun to see the Indians in October. I can't wait. Postseason's coming up. But talking about more about this team, we're talking about a team whose ownership, whose GM and everything, they were not really known for signing marquee free agents. And this year, they went out and signed guys like Mike Napoli and Rajay Davis and Dan Otero to help solidify that bullpen a little bit. Those were big moves. Granted, Ross Detweiler and Colin Cowgill didn't really work out so well. But the others are pretty good. This team looked good. April and May. June, they took off 22-6 overall. Undefeated at home through the month of June. 11-0 in June at home. That's insane. July, they kind of struggled. August, they picked it up a little bit. And, of course, September, we kind of put our foot down on the Central and won the division, But I think the move that really helped this team out the most was trade deadline. We traded for Andrew Miller, who is one of the best closer caliber pitchers, relievers in the league. I mean, yes, we did get rid of Clint Frazier and I think Justice Sheffield, but, the Indians have had those opportunities before. With we could have gotten Pedro Martinez, but we didn't. Because I guess they valued the prospect or whatever a little too much. Fell in love with the prospect or whatever. And it fell through on us. We could have had Pedro. What a lethal pitching rotation that would have been with Pedro. But, we got Andrew Miller, who's just straight up embarrassing hitters. And then we traded for Brandon Guyer, who's a pretty good, he's a quality outfielder. Made some good plays. Not to mention, he's a bit of a ball magnet. So that's kind of worrisome, He always gets hit by pitches. I don't know what's with that, but, it does come in handy at times, like if you need a guy on base. Here comes Brandon Guyer, the ball magnet. You can count on him probably getting hit by a pitch. I mean, I think he leads the league. Yeah, I believe he leads the league in hit by pitches. Wow. Oh my goodness. But yeah. Indians looking to add another title to Cleveland's resume. And we can only wait and see, 11 wins. That's all it takes. But we got to get through the rest of the regular season unscathed. Hope no more injuries occur. Maybe we can get Danny Salazar back. I doubt we're going to get Carrasco back. And I don't think Yan Gomes will be back in time. And I know for sure Michael Brantley ain't coming back. Speaking of Michael Brantley, I think the breakout player for this team was Jose Ramirez. Yeah. I mean, everyone thought Michael Brantley was going to come back and just lead this team and we were going to take off. But he only came back for not even 11 games. Then he got hurt again. And Jose Ramirez stepped up, made big plays, and now I call him, I don't know, I mean, a lot of people call him Captain Clutch. Because he's so clutch with 2 outs and runners on base. That's a crucial time, especially in close games. You need those runs to come in. Oh, look, here comes Jose Ramirez. You can trust him to, get a hit, bring those runners in. Or even if the situation calls for it, sack fly. He can do that kind of stuff. And not to mention, he can run the bases. It's always fun watching the dude run around the bases. Because it seems like his helmet is too big. or whatever. It doesn't fit him right, and it always goes flying off. And you guys probably have seen it. There was a moment in Houston. Uh, Jose Ramirez was rounding the second base. He was going to second, sliding in headfirst, of course, and his helmet had flown off. It hit the back, his foot. It hit the back of his foot, and it like ricocheted off his foot, flew up and hit him in the back of the head. You'd have to see it to really understand it, but it was pretty funny. It's like, oh look, his helmet, and it almost landed on top of his head perfectly. Now, if that would have happened, that would have been pretty cool, but it didn't. Just whacked him in the back of the head, conked him on the back of the head. So, yeah, I can't wait to see what this team can do. But like I said, we got to get through the rest of this regular season. What is it now? 5 games left. So after this game, which we're not winning this game, it's a blowout, 9-0. Last I looked, this team. This is a hangover game. We had too much fun last night. But we either get Texas or Boston. Now, wouldn't that be something if we get Texas in the first round? Everyone wanted us to face them in the championship series. But, things happen. We could go on a 5-game winning streak. We never know. So, of course, if the Indians were to win the World Series, you already know. I'll have a video about it, talking about this team winning the World Series. And I'll probably have footage of the parade if it were to happen. Now, I would have had footage for the Cavs parade, but there was just too many people. It didn't really see too much. 1.3 million people. I don't know if there will be that many people for an Indians parade, but we'll see. We gotta, it has to happen first. We have to win it all first. We can't go planning a parade route when we're not even there yet. Wow, we're not even out of the regular season yet. That's what people are thinking. Oh, look at this kid. They're not even out of the regular season yet, and he's already talking about the parade. Yeah, you can hope, right? We gotta wait and see, and hopefully the Indians can bring another trophy home. That would be so awesome, though. Then you'd have the Browns just sitting there. Hey, yeah, we're never gonna win a title. Meanwhile, the Indians and the Cavs both win one in a matter of months. Oh, look at that, dude. I mean, the Indians and the Cavs have, if the Indians do win the World Series, which, it could happen. You never know. Weirder things have happened, but we're a favorite. We're one of the favorites. Then you got the Cubs. The Cubs are probably going to dominate the NL. What if the Cubs get eliminated in the first round? Oh my God, dude. That would be so sad for them. 100 wins and you get eliminated in the first round by the wild card team. Knowing them, though, they're gonna run into like San Francisco, and they're gonna curb stomp the Cubs. Oh goodness, could happen. Never know. Like I said, weirder things have happened in the MLB. So that's gonna do it for this video. Again, Indians won. Can't wait for the playoffs, but we got to get through the regular season first. 5 more games. Go Tribe. I'm Crazy Dog. My Browns Hate Week video will most likely be coming out tomorrow. It seems like no Redskin fans are going to be making an appearance this week, so I'll just fuse together my Hate Week video with my preview video, save time and all that. And yeah, I'm Crazy Dog. Go Tribe. And I'll see you tomorrow. Let's go.